Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I want to talk about something that's really, really important that a lot of people don't get. And that's why they're struggling, with the discard of the narcissist or what they're going through with the narcissist. One of the things you have to understand when you're dealing with a narcissist is that they're not built like you, okay? A narcissist has a different intent in life than you have. A narcissist is not necessarily looking for love. See, narcissists, they put priority on lust and money, things of instant gratification, things of instant pleasure, because in general, the narcissist is very, very empty person inside. They never feel satisfied. They never feel fulfilled. So their intent is trying to make themselves happy in some way, okay? A lot of them are not even conscious of this. They just do what they do, and they don't even realize that they're doing what they're doing because they're trying to get pleasure, okay? Because basically a narcissist underneath is an unhappy, miserable person, okay? So the narcissist's intent is very different from your intent. And I'm going to talk about this in terms of a romantic relationship. When you go in on a romantic relationship with somebody, and with a narcissist specifically, okay, your intent is different than the narcissist intent. Your intent is to find somebody that loves you, okay? And this is where the narcissist misleads people. This is where the narcissist is deceptive, because they give you that false sense that they want the same things that you want, when in fact they don't. Now, I'm going to go into supply, and the supply that narcissists are usually after. A narcissist could be after anything, but in general, most of them will either be after sex, money of some sort, they'll be after a place to stay, or they just do it for an ego boost. And a lot of people forget about the ego boost thing. They'll say, well, why do they breadcrumb me? Why do they only contact me here or there? And, they tell me they like me and everything, but then they don't care if they see me or not, or they're not really making an effort to talk to me. That's because you're just a backup supply, or you're just an ego trip for the narcissist. They contact you. They like to know they have options. So you're not their number one option. You're not their number one supply. So they put you on the shelf and they contact you here and there to keep you around in case they may need you, or in case they're having downtime with somebody else, or it doesn't work out with somebody else, or they have a fight with somebody else, and ring-a-ling, they're going to call you, okay? Because a narcissist never wants to be alone. They need to have people around to validate them and make them feel that they're special or they're wanted. They want to feel like they're wanted. So a narcissist's intent is very, very different from your intent. And that's why when a narcissist discards you, they could discard you very coldly, because a narcissist was never all in, okay? They were never all into the relationship. People are replaceable to the narcissist. It's all about getting the best that they can get. They're always looking for something better. They're never satisfied. They don't appreciate the people that they do have in their life. This is why it's impossible to be happy with a narcissist, because you're never going to make that person happy. Nobody's going to make that person happy. And when people come back to me and they say, oh, I see the narcissist moved on, they look so happy, I always say, give it time, okay? Give it time, because they're dealing with a narcissist, and it's just a matter of time. I guarantee all those pictures they post on their social media, within 6 months to a year, you won't even see those relationship couple pictures up anymore, okay? Because everything always goes bad with a narcissist. Remember that, all right? So, you guys, it's like this. And the reason that narcissists can stay in relationships for a period of time is because of what the person puts up with. Either you're putting up with a lot, or you don't see what the narcissist is, or you're hoping for them to change, and the narcissist is just jerking you around and playing mind games. They keep you around as a safety net, okay? A lot of narcissists can get married and keep you around. You're a safety net, but they're still going to do what they want on the side. And this is what people don't realize because they don't understand the game. When you understand the game, you're going to see what it is, okay? And this is why people get blindsided after being married 20 years and then realize that their partner might have been out cheating the whole time. That when they said they were working, they were actually with another supply because they didn't recognize those red flags. They didn't know those red flags. They didn't realize that people can be devious, all right? Because you didn't have the experience. All right. And it's like I said, there's no education like real life experience. And that's the only way you're really going to know narcissism inside out is to have experienced it. You could read about it. You could hear about it. You could talk about it. But unless you've been in that position across the board, not just an ex-romantic relationship, maybe you had narcissism in your family, a narcissistic parent, a narcissistic sibling, you're going to see those patterns of toxic behavior, and then you're going to understand just how these people operate, okay? So, you guys, the narcissist that is after sex is their intent is sex. So they're always going to bring up sexual innuendos. So if you listen to what the narcissist says, they tell on themselves. They tell you what's in their head because that's how stupid they are when they're dealing with somebody that, actually knows the game. See, when you know the game, you're going to be able to spot this. So whatever they're talking about, that's where they put their interest in. That's what their focus is on. That's what they're after. So if they're talking about sex all the time, sex is on the brain. If they're always posting sexual memes on their social media, sex is on their brain. They put that priority of everything sexual. There's somebody always looking for sex. If they're always talking about money all the time, or they're talking about starting a new business, or they talk about let's build, okay? This is the biggest scam line going for a narcissist who's after money. They'll say, I really want to build with you, okay? What they're saying is they want to use your money to build themselves up. And then once they build themselves up, they're going to dump you because they're just a user and they use people for their resources. So the ones that are after money are the most dangerous going because they will bankrupt you, you guys, all right? They will get into your house. They will take a piece of your house. They will, get their name on your bank accounts. They will steal money when you're not looking. The narcissist that's after money is a big thief. You're dealing with a thief. And this is not somebody that you could trust in your house. So if you're dealing with a narcissist that's always talking about money this, money that, money this, or they got to have the best of everything. They got to have the best car. They want the best house. They talk about having the best house and this and that and everything like that. They can't just be happy with an average house. You're dealing with someone who's obsessed with money, okay? That's their focus, money. So you got to say to yourself, are they with me because I am successful or I can furnish that dream for them, okay? Because narcissists, when you get in a relationship with a narcissist, it's transactional, which means that they don't get in a relationship for love. It's a transaction. What are you going to do for me? What can you do for me? Because if you can't do something for me, whether it's sex, money, place to live, or something materialistic or, something that's going to benefit them in a superficial monetary kind of way, then they have no use for you, okay? They have no use for you. They're just using you for what you have. And that's really important why you want somebody who's on your level or higher, okay? Because you don't want somebody to use you as a come-up. If they use you as a come-up, you will never know if they're really there for you because of what you have or because they really care about you. That's why you never tell a narcissist what you have in the beginning until you've known this person, or you don't tell anybody till you know this person over a period of time and you know that you could trust them, okay? And you want to see if you show them that you don't have a lot or you're not doing well, Will they stick with you? Okay? That's how you're going to tell the real from the fake. The ones that still want to be around you when you don't have anything to offer them are the ones that are the real deal, that really care about you as a human being and as a person. Okay? But with a narcissist, they'll stick around when the times are good, or when, the money's coming in, or when things are good. But if you got sick, or the money was bad, or you went bankrupt, that narcissist is going to take off on you in a second. Why? Because they never really cared about you. Their intent was not to be in a loving relationship. Their intent was to use you for a good life, all right? To live high on the hog. So, you guys, you've always got to look at the intent of a narcissist. And the way you're able to spot the intent of a narcissist is by what they talk about. You have to do less talking and more listening when you're dealing with a narcissist. Don't ever open yourself up too fast, too soon, and so many people do this, okay? This is the biggest mistake you can make, is when you first start meeting somebody, you're telling them your whole life story. You're telling them how people hurt you in the past. You're telling them how your ex cheated on you and how this one did that. And you know what that's telling the narcissist? That's telling the narcissist that they can get over on you, okay? And they may show you that fake empathy. Oh, I would never cheat on you. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to be hurt. This is all fucking game. Don't be a sucker. Don't believe it. This is typical game for them to say that shit, okay? So, you guys, you got to understand the intent of somebody, okay? And the way you're going to know somebody's intent is by what comes out of their mouth and their actions. What are they showing you, okay? So, like with a covert narcissist, a lot of times when they play these mind games and they don't return your texts, or, they get back to you a few days later or something like that, their intent is to make you thirsty, okay? That's their intent. They're not showing you that attention, or their intent is that they're busy with somebody else. Because if they're not focusing in on you, if they're not looking to talk to you, you could trust and believe that that narcissist is talking to somebody else, okay? That's just the way they roll. They are not just sitting on the couch reading a book. That's not the narcissist. The narcissist always has to be sure that there's somebody around. And why is this? Because they don't trust anybody. They've always got to be one step ahead of you, all right? And I'm going to do a whole podcast on why narcissists need to be one step ahead of you. And you'll notice that if you're in a narcissistic relationship, they're always lining up a new supply before you're even realizing what's going on in the relationship. You're sitting there trying to work out things with the narcissist, and that narcissist has checked out and has been talking and texting and maybe seeing somebody else, and you're blindsided. And now the relationship ends, and you come to me and you say, oh, they got into a relationship really fast. No, they didn't get into a relationship really fucking fast. They got into a relationship when they were still with you. They were still with you. That's when they got in the relationship. And that's why they blocked you, because they don't want you around calling and texting them, because now they have moved full force on that other supply that they have lined up and groomed on the side. Okay? So that's how that rolls, you guys. So, you guys, you got to look at somebody, their intent. Now, the intent of a love-bombing narcissist is to win your trust. So, in order to win your trust, they just flatter the shit out of you. That's it. They see that you're somebody that's looking for love. See, the narcissist, they're very shrewd in the sense that they're able to size people up. They've studied you from day one. And the amount of attention you have shown that narcissist tells that narcissist just how fucking thirsty you are for them. How long you stay on the phone tells them that you really like them. How many times you call them tells them how much you like them, okay? So they already got a good, idea of who you are from the beginning, and they've studied your social media. Yes, narcissists watch your social media. They want to see what you're posting, what your mood is, who your friends are. They want to see just what kind of a cat you are, okay? And this way, they know how to manipulate you. So their intent in the beginning is to love bomb the shit out of you so that you think you have found your soulmate. And this is the problem. People move too fast, too quickly, okay? So, you guys, remember that song, Only Fools Rush In Fast. How does it go? Only a fool moves fast. But the thing is, you have to be aware in life that there is good and evil in this world. And this is something that they don't teach in schools. You go through school and you think that everybody is like you. If you're nice to people and you're good to people, people will be nice and good to you. And as we know, that is not always the case. There is a lot of evil in the world, okay? There is a lot of evil in the world. And that means that you have to be careful. You don't want to be a victim of one of these manipulators that will manipulate you for something. So that doesn't mean that the next person you meet, you look at them like, they're this evil person. You move slowly with it over a period of time and you watch their behavior. You watch how they talk to you. Is it authentic? Is it genuine? And is it consistent after 6 months, or does it start to wane? The minute that you start to see that somebody came all in on you, it was too good to be true, and now all of a sudden they're acting stone cold to you, what does that tell you? That tells you that you were not dealing with a real person. See, this is a red flag, you guys. This is a red flag. But the problem is, people believe the excuses of the narcissist when the narcissist tells them, I'm just tired, I'm working a lot. I got to go to my family's house this weekend. Sorry, I can't see you, this and that. Here's the bottom line, you guys. When somebody really wants to be around you, it doesn't matter how fucking tired they are. It doesn't matter how busy with work they are. They will make time, okay? They will make time for people that they really want to be around. So, you got to pick up on those bullshit excuses that those covert narcissists give you for, why they didn't call you, why they didn't see you, or something like that. It is excuses, okay? This is the tool of the covert narcissist, is to use excuses so that you think that's the real reason they don't want to be around you or why they're being cold and unaffectionate. But it's bullshit, okay? It's bullshit. And you will feel it in your gut. You will feel it in your gut, all right? So, in sum, you guys, understand this. A lot of people in this world do not have morals and values. And I'm going to get spiritual because you have to understand it from a spiritual aspect to really understand what's going on, okay? So, when you deal with a narcissist is not a godly person. Why is that? Because they are not about being righteous. They are not about doing what's right, okay? They are liars. So people that are liars do not follow God's laws, all right? Now, I get people that come back at me and say, well, I'm an atheist, and what does that have to do with me and everything like that? What I'm saying to you is this. You have to have a moral code, whether you're an atheist or you're not an atheist. You've got to be a kind of person that believes in doing the right thing. And a narcissist doesn't believe in doing the right thing. See, that's God's law. You do the right thing and, you fly straight, and that's how you keep yourself out of trouble. It's like a criminal, okay? A criminal can get away with something for just so long. The longer that they're in the game of, being a criminal, is the higher the probability of them getting caught. And 9 times out of 10, they always get caught in the end, all right? because that's just the way the world is. You spit in the wind, it's going to come back and it's going to hit you in the face. What you reap, you sow. It comes back to you. When you try to cheat on your taxes and you think you got away with it, 5 years down the line, the IRS is hitting you up and telling you you owe this money plus penalties. So what I'm trying to tell you is that when you don't fly straight, it comes back and it hits you in the face. And that's exactly what will happen to the narcissist in time when they get older. It does happen. I have seen it, okay? Why? Because they're corrupt, they're crooked, they screw people over. And guess what? Down the line, when the narcissist needs somebody, these people will not be there for the narcissist. See, the narcissist doesn't have a lot of close friends. Why? Because they're not a giver, they're a taker. So they don't really put themselves out for people, unless they know they're getting something back. And a narcissist also, they're not always around. They ghost people when they need them. So they won't have a lot of close friends like that. They have a lot of acquaintances, and they pretend that they have a lot of friends, but they're just acquaintances, okay? Because a narcissist can't build strong bonds. Because in order to build strong bonds, you've got to be able to sacrifice yourself, and you've got to be able to be vulnerable. Those are two things that a narcissist can't do, all right? So understand this. The narcissist is not built like you. They don't have a moral compass, a moral code. And what does that mean? That means that their intent is completely different from your intent. And that's why you got blindsided during the discard. Because you thought this person was here for one reason, the reason that you were there, because that's what they told you, and you fucking believed them, all right? Which you shouldn't have believed everything that you hear. But the narcissist was there for something else. Like I just had a client that she was dealing with this guy that she's been dealing with for like over 15 years. He comes in and out of her life. It's a sexual thing. And then he just discarded and blocked her. And she says to me, I can't believe he's just, blocked me cold and everything. I said, look at the pattern of behavior, okay? He wasn't in for love. This guy was not in for love. It was a sexual thing. You have to accept it. It was purely just a sexual thing. Because if it wasn't a sexual thing, he would have progressed with it. He wouldn't have disappeared every so often. He's disappearing because he's busy with somebody else. And then when he's done with that, he rotates and comes back to you. Okay? So you got to see it for what it is. His intent was sexual. And she actually knew it was a sexual thing. So I said to her, how can you expect that this guy is going to, be upfront with you? He's not. He's a narcissist. Narcissists are not upfront. They're not transparent. And they're not going to be transparent because when they're transparent, then you will see them for who they are, and they don't want that. So what they're going to do is they're going to fuck with your head and play mind games and tell you that they care about you when they really fucking don't, okay? So that's why you got to be sharper than that. You can't be a sucker and believe what comes out of somebody's mouth, all right? Somebody who loves you is not going to disappear on you. Somebody who loves you is not going to ghost on you. Somebody who loves you is going to progress in the relationship and not just leave you on the shelf and hit you up now and then, all right? You guys got to be smarter than that, all right? Because this is the game that they play. They play with your emotions. Don't let anybody play with your emotions. Their intent was completely different from your intent, okay? And a lot of them, their tool is flattery, okay? Love bombing, flattery. Tell you all the lovey-dovey words that you're just dying to hear. And, they're after sex, or maybe they could be after money. They'll start talking about, let's get a house together, because they want you to put up the money so that they can move in the house and then take the house from you later on, okay? Do not give a narcissist money. I'm going to do a recording 1,500 times that says this, okay? Do not give a narcissist money, okay? Unless you are married to somebody, you don't give anybody a fucking dime, all right? You don't owe them that. That, I don't care how nice they are, but what they'll do, what a narcissist will do, a real cunning, snaky, dirty narcissist, is in the beginning, they're going to buy you something, all right? They may buy you clothes, they may buy you gifts, they may buy you flowers, they may spend money. And why is that? Because that dirty narcissist wants something big out of you. It could be that they want to move into your house, or it could just be that they want to invest money with you. They want you to put up money for something, build a business, or loan the money for something, okay? That's a dirty ass narcissist. And the reason that they do that is so that you feel guilty later on and won't be able to tell them no because they were so nice by buying you those little gifts, okay? A narcissist doesn't buy anything unless they know they're getting something big back. So when a narcissist spends money on you, you got to know that they want something big in return, okay? They want something big in return. They could either want sex or, usually when they spend in serious money, they want something big in return. It could be sex, or it could be they want you to invest in money, or they want to move into your house or something like that, all right, you guys? So that's their intent. So again, in sum, a narcissist didn't want what you wanted, okay? Even though they told you that was just words. They did not want what you wanted. And, it's the only way you're going to really be able to know what somebody is to move slowly with them and watch their behaviors. By watching their behaviors and looking into their past history, you'll be able to size up what kind of cat you're dealing with, okay? But see, people go head in first, and they just, they love the feeling of being in love. It's not that you love the narcissist, you love the feeling of being in love. You're lusting the narcissist. 9 times out of 10, it's not love, it's lust, okay? You're lusting this person. So, you guys, lust doesn't last. And love is something that's built over time, all right? So when that narcissist discarded you, that was not somebody that loved you. That was somebody whose intent was to be there for something else. They used you for a purpose. You were a placeholder. That's what you were. You were a placeholder, or they were using you to get something out of you. And when they exalted all the resources they could get out of you, or they were bored with you, or they saw something better come along, that's when the narcissist just went stone cold and got rid of you because they were done with it, all right? They were done with it, and they had their replacement on the side. And let me just say one thing. And this is the number one reason why this is the real reason why a narcissist discards you. The real reason a narcissist discards you is because they got somebody else already, all right? That is the real reason. Because a narcissist, I don't care how bad the relationship is with you, a narcissist will never leave unless they know they got somebody else on the side lined up, okay? They're never going to leave you unless they know there's a supporter on the side waiting for them. They're not going to take that chance of being alone, okay? So most likely they thought they found something that's better than you, and that's why they left you, okay? It wasn't because you had a fight with them. It's not because of, your boundaries. That's all bullshit. Because a narcissist is not going to leave you just for that unless they got somebody else that they can bounce to, okay? So I hope that helps you guys, and understand that you got involved with a scoundrel, okay? Somebody who has no morals and values, all right? So watch this person, be careful, move slowly, and don't judge somebody by their word alone, okay? That's the biggest, greatest advice I could tell you. Always, when somebody tells you something, you always got to look at it with a critical eye. And this is what lawyers do all the time. This is why lawyers can see through people, all right? Because like when somebody says something, they'll look at it from another angle and they'll say, well, how do you know that's the truth? Okay? And that's the way you should be when you're dealing with these narcissists. You got to look at them with a critical eye. And when they sit there and they say something like, oh, my ex cheated on me and this and that, you've got to say to yourself, well, how do I know that's the truth? That's his version of the story or her version of the story. I don't really know what the truth is, but I'll find out the truth in time. It'll come out. Okay? So I hope that helps you guys. If it does, hit the subscribe button and please share the podcast. Have a great day. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship, and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio, and you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP 123, and also on Instagram, The Game EXP 123. Okay? And have a great day.